I think early on it took me a while to adjust to all the spotlight and the pressure, and because you know from the start that there's going to be comparisons made, and I've said a couple of times that people sort of might even be like subconsciously doing it, but they sort of think you're going to take off from where like my dad left, and I've had the 2 career best performances since changing my mindset. It's like people are going to do it all regardless. You're going to get that criticism regardless. I don't care who you are, like your Canelos, your AJs, your like Tyson Furies. If you go in the comments on their social media, there's someone even piping up on them.
Boxers. One thing with boxers, they always like to move about. They never keep still. They're like this, ain't it? Go on then. See, I love this. Coogan helps me out. Oh wow, look at that.
Don't move from where you are, though.
I like this.
Stay still. Feel the scream within.
Love it. Wow. October Red Boxing here with the one and only Campbell Hatton. Welcome to October Red Boxing. I've never spoken to you before, and it's actually nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Looking forward to Saturday then, about number 6. Another test for yourself going into this match?
Yeah, it's the first one at the arena with a crowd. I've boxed there behind closed doors before, but that might as well have been anywhere. So really excited to get in there in front of all my friends and family and local supporters and that, and just ready to go.
And because I haven't spoken to you before, I like to get a little bit of a feel for the boxers, get to know a little bit about them. And what I will say is, when you first came out, Campbell, you were in some tough fights, some fights that made people think, flipping heck, that was a bit close. Talk to us about those initial tests that you had. I remember closed doors. I've watched you from the beginning.
Yeah, I was under the spotlight from my debut. Debut don't get much bigger. It's Sky Box Office in Gibraltar, Dillian White undercard, and I think early on it took me a while to adjust to all the spotlight and the pressure, and I think I was a little bit over eager and forcing things, whereas the last couple I've really started to relax now and settle down, and I think really this is the start of my career now, where we've started seeing the things that me and Matt are used to seeing in the gym, and starting to get it in there on the night now. So yeah, onwards and upwards.
I do like what you've said, that, and that it's really honest, reflective feedback, because that pressure is on, because of who your father is, because of his achievements, because of that spotlight of being on that big card to start off your career. I mean, talk to the fans a little bit about that, because I don't think, and I'm one of them, that we truly understand what it takes to climb through those ropes with all of that extra added pressure because of your surname to start off with.
Yeah, it is difficult, because you know from the start that there's going to be comparisons made, and I've said a couple of times that people sort of might even be like subconsciously doing it, but they sort of think you're going to take off from where like my dad left, and it's not the case. It's not going to happen overnight, and it takes time to start reaching them levels, and they sort of don't have the patience for it sometimes, and so that sort of made me go in there being eager to put in a good performance, and because I've been that eager to do it, it's gone the other way, and it's backfired on me a bit. Whereas now I've just putting it out of my mind, going in there, just think if I do everything that I know I can do, and I've done absolutely everything I can in the gym, I'll be happy with that. And I've had the 2 career best performances since changing my mindset.
And how important is it to have that mindset? Because like you said, you dealt with those pressures, and it's almost like now you're relaxing into Campbell Hatton. This is who I am. You know, I don't need to prove myself. I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to go through my boxing career the way I choose to.
That's it. It's been really important, because I think all of these things, I think, are stuff that I can't change. Like, people are going to do it all regardless. You're going to get that criticism regardless. I don't care who you are, like your Canelos, your AJs, your like Tyson Furies. If you go in the comments on their social media, there's someone even piping up on them. Obviously, there's not as many, but like, you're always going to get criticism no matter what. So if I just know I work as hard as I possibly can in the gym and go in there and do myself justice, I'll take that, and we'll just eventually, I think we'll get there.
And we talk about your management. You are signed by 258, one of their earlier fighters. What was it that made 258 come after you and say, you know what, Campbell, we like what you've got to offer, come with us?
Yeah, we got talking to him when I made the decision to turn pro, and obviously we announced me turning pro on an AJ undercard, so it was like we made the connection in there and we got on really well with everyone, so it was quite an easy move to make, really.
And how do you find it under the 258 umbrella? What is it like to be managed by them? Because, you know, there's going to be young kids out there looking to obviously go through their amateur career, maybe turning pro. What advice would you give them in relation to choosing the right management for them?
It's just got to be someone you get on with, and you can talk to them, and like obviously if you've got to be able to be honest with your team and know they've got your best interests at heart. So that's definitely, as long as you've got that good relationship, and obviously like the knowledgeable, obviously AJ's been there and done that, hasn't he? So you can't get someone better than advice, and obviously my dad's managing me as well, so yeah, couldn't ask for much better, really.
And speaking of your father, he manages young Chloe Watson, a really good boxer, somebody that we do like to see out there. So talk about still your father being involved, but he takes a back seat. He's not one of these dads that's like what you'd call like a cheerleader dad that's there on your back. He kind of like just lets you get on with it.
Yeah, like he's at the end of the phone, he's only down the road, so he's always there for the advice, and he still has his input, but he sort of keeps his distance a little bit more than some do, just because he thinks, well, we all think that it sort of adds a bit more pressure. I'm trying to get away from I don't want to be known as Ricky Hatton's son. I want to be Campbell Hatton, and if he's there over my shoulder all the time, it'll be harder to get away from that, and I want to start making a name in my own right. And so I think we've got the balance perfect, where I am able to do that, but I'm still getting the advice and like all his expertise as well.
You cannot beat that experience. You know, it's been lovely speaking to you about you obviously getting up to this point, but we're going to talk about your bout on Saturday. Your opponent then, what do you know about them, and what attributes are they bringing that you're hoping to nullify to win this fight?
Yeah, well, unfortunately my opponent pulled out yesterday, so we've had a late replacement, so there's a few bits on there, but there's not loads. So, but we prepared for every outcome, really. At this stage of my career, obviously we was preparing for Lee Glover, who's winning records, going to come to win, and a really game fighter who's boxed at a good level. So I've been training for a hard fight. So either way, we've covered all bases, and at this stage of my career, we're looking to improve on everything. We don't really work on specific tactics, so it won't change anything come Saturday.
We like to hear that. And then progressing through your career, what can we expect from you, say, in the next 12 months' time? A roadmap, something that's clear for you that you want to show your fans?
Just busy, to be honest. Like this is my seventh fight in just over 12 months. So if I can be as busy in the next 12 months as the last, I think I've cracked it.
Fantastic, an absolute pleasure to speak to you. Lovely to meet you, and all the best, and hopefully I'll see you on Saturday.
No, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Lovely to meet you.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.